let's start taking a look at what is kind of old news at this point for toy collectors, but I do have the two Transformer / G.I. Joe crossovers that Hasbro gave us. Let's start with the Megatron Hiss Tank with Baroness. So I've had these guys for a while, and I didn't open them simply because I was just in love with the packaging. I've watched a lot of reviews on these toys on YouTube, and if you're familiar with them, then you probably also know that most collectors that review them have real issues with them. So rather than take the chances of opening them and becoming disappointed as well with what's inside, I loved this box art so much that I just figured I'd leave it as is, and I just enjoy seeing it on the shelf. Because let's be honest, this is an 80s kid's absolute dream come true. Regardless of the quality of what's inside, had this been out when I was a kid, if there were a line of Transformer G.I. Joe crossovers, they'd be my favorite toys, hands down. But alas, it's finally time to open these and see what we get inside. Baroness comes on cart back, which is really nice. I'm really happy with that. And I don't really want to open that right now, so I'm just going to use the original. So here is Hiss Tank Megatron out of the box with all his accessories pegged on. So to summarize the complaints I've heard, there are a lot of hollow bits on him. The forearms are totally hollow. This giant piece of the tank hanging off the back of him. That piece is a little obnoxious, but as far as just the overall look of the robot mode on the shelf, I think he looks menacing and awesome. And for Hiss Tank mode, here he is next to an actual Hiss Tank. Pretty spot on. Both have the rotating turrets and foot pegs on the back. From an adult collector perspective, I get the issues. But trying to see it through the eyes of a kid, it's a pretty awesome toy. Yes, there's a lot of kibble hanging off him in robot mode, he's got a lot of hollow bits, and the whole thing is a bit light. But as a toy that's meant to be played with, I think it does everything it needs to do. I just can't overstate how amazing it would have been to have this back in the 80s.